everybody and welcome back to another video on my channel. It is Kevin here and hello from Kevlandia. Quick disclaimer before I get into what this video is actually about, because this is the third time I've tried to say this and I'm messing up. I was lucky enough to join a cabin with a bunch of other Authortubers for Camp NaNo, and we are going to be doing a lot of live streams, so I'm going to go ahead and link all of my cabin mates below, as well as our live stream schedule as of recording of this video. As it changes, I'll go ahead and update it in the upcoming videos, but it's going to be for the rest of the camp. It'll be in the description below. Let's get started and start talking about what we're doing here today. I decided that I had somebody, I think it was Lindsay from Lindsay Puckett, who like such a long time ago tagged me to do a work in progress tag. I don't remember which book it was for, but I'm just gonna pretend like it was for the witch book. And I realized that I haven't, like if you don't watch my writing vlogs, you only watch these videos, which writing vlogs kind of like my main thing. So if you don't watch those, you're missing out. And you wouldn't know that I have actually officially decided that my book for Camp NaNo is going to be the witch book. And so the witch book is a book that I'm here to talk about today. Hence the name of the video. I'm really good at this YouTube thing. I'm gonna go ahead and do the work in progress tag, which I don't know who it was originally created by, to be honest. I should probably look that up. I apologize if you created this, comment below, let me know, and I'll be like, yeah, that's for a person. For now though, I'm gonna go ahead, I have the questions pulled up on my phone, and I'm going to answer the questions for the work in progress tag, but for the witch book, which is my Camp NaNo project. And I figured this was a way that I could talk about what I'm gonna be working on during camp, how I'm gonna be working on things, like how I'm gonna be tracking it, and then also what the project is overall, so you can know about it. Starting off, I decided that I'm going to try, the way I'm gonna track things for camp is I have 61 bullet points of things that happen in my story. Some of them are already written and just need to be edited, and some of them are completely like new scenes. What I'm gonna do is I counted that as 61 pages on the Camp NaNoWriMo. Why do I always say that? Camp NaNoWriMo website. I put in 61 pages, so that way when I complete a bullet point, I can mark it down as one page done, you know? That makes sense, right? That's not too clunky, I don't think. I actually talk about this in my writing vlog as well, but again, if you don't watch my writing vlogs, I wanted to put it in here so you can find out what's going on in my life. I ordered something from this company online, and they sent me like this old friendship bracelet from the 90s, and like, Alfalfa loves it. Your heart's beating so fast. Oh, so handsome. You're so fast. Okay, but let's get into the questions, because like not everyone cares about the cat, right? Let's just start talking about things. Also, I realized I watched my last work in progress tag video for the French Money Pit, which I'll go ahead and link up. I watched that right before recording this one so I could find the questions, and I realized I am wearing the exact same sweater I was wearing in that video. I don't have very many sweaters, I guess. This is a Disneyland sweater. The first question is, what is your working title of your book? I have working titles for all my projects, but for YouTube, I come up with a YouTube title. So like the French Money Pit has a title that's not the French Money Pit. The Hunter book, the Jack book. Stop it! He was playing with the thing. They all have official titles, but when it comes to Witch book, I actually don't. This is something I usually have some kind of title, whether or not it changes along the way, but this one I legitimately, ooh, embarrassing, I thought I turned that off. For this project, I actually couldn't come up with a name for it yet, and I think that hopefully that'll come along later, because I've been struggling and thinking and struggling some more. I don't know why I'm struggling with the title for this one. I usually don't struggle with titles. But for now, the witch book, that's what I'm calling it. Can you guess why? Question number 2, I can't even read. Where did the idea for your book come from? This, I actually, I'm not actually sure. I know I watched a lot of witch stuff growing up with my mom. Like I really loved Charmed, I was obsessed with Charmed. I really just like witch stuff, and yeah. I remember actually I wrote this when I was working at Amazon. At the time, I remember writing up like the first like sentence or two. That was like years ago, like almost 4 years ago. And I was just like, I like this line, where could this go? And it starts off with, after 16 years, my mom has finally found me. And I was like, I like that, but what am I gonna do with this? That's how, I guess that's what inspired this book. I don't really have, I don't know. What genre is your work in progress? The Witch book is I wouldn't call it an urban fantasy, but maybe an urban fantasy. It's a YA book, which is a category, not a genre, that is kind of like, I imagine it's like Rebel Belle, but I have not read that book yet. I own the first 2, but I haven't read them yet. Or like Paranormalcy by Kirsten White. Something like that is what I kind of imagine it is. It's like a YA contemporary, but with magic. So it's a YA contemporary with magic, urban fantasy. There's only witches though. Choose the actors for your movie rendition. I'm actually really bad at this. I've always been really bad at this. I've never fan cast. Every book I've ever had, I've never been able to fan cast my characters, ever. I'm not good at this. I don't know why. I love coming up with like other pictures, like that like inspire the mood, but when it comes to like actual actors and actresses and like being like, this is who would play this. However, I did do like an aesthetic thing that I'll go ahead and post up here on the screen. I actually think I have 2 different ones. So if I do the dueling postages of the duelingness, I think that I have models on these, and maybe one of them is an actor. I don't actually know, but I think one of them might be Foy Gutierrez now that I think about it. I don't remember, but these are who I imagine them to kind of look like. Actually, you know what? I think they're all actors, but I don't know any of their names. So if you know their names, comment below and let me know. Sorry, actors. Ugh. And then like, it's just a mood picture thing. 1 sentence synopsis of your book. I actually did this recently. When did I do this for? I did it for a different video. After 16 years, Indy finally finds his family, but what he wasn't expecting is that they're a coven of witches, I guess. I don't know. Indy is also just what I'm calling the main character, so I don't have to tell you what his name is, because I haven't decided on it yet either. Will your book be self-published or represented by an agency? I have an agent. I've talked about her before, Rena Rossner. She's the author of the Sisters of the Winter Wood, as well as a cookbook that you can find online, and she will hopefully represent it, you know? I mean, unless she hates me. But again, she'll be representing my work. Deborah Harris' agency, where she works, will be representing my work, and that's that on that. How long did it take you to write your first draft of your manuscript? As I said, I came up with the first line of this like 4 years ago, but I didn't actually start working on it until probably, I would say maybe like October of last year. I started working on it a little bit. I got about 1,000 words into it and then just like kind of like gave up, I guess, until November. And in November, NaNoWriMo, which I have vlogs of, you can go watch, I wrote 50,000 words of the witch book. Now, the first draft, I still consider this, okay. How do I explain this? I didn't finish that draft, but I still consider it a first draft because it was all but like the last like 2 scenes, and for me that was enough for me to consider it a first draft, right? For me at least, because this next draft I'm going in is, I went over it and I'm editing everything, and that to me is a second draft. But I would say so then that it took me a month. It took me NaNoWriMo. I don't know if you're actually crooked, if I'm just imagining that. I didn't realize I left that light on. I'm an idiot. Next question. What other books would you compare a story to? I compare it to actually movies and TV shows. So I compare it to The Covenant meets The Craft meets Charmed with brothers. That's my thing. Yeah, that's what I tried to come up with books, but I know, I'm not saying my book is so unique that there's no books out there like it. I know there are, but I haven't read any like more recent ones that I think that would even, like people would even know. I read some really old witch books a long time ago. So again, I'm not saying like it's so unique. I'm just saying like, I know like These Witches Don't Burn. It might be like that book. I want to read that book. That book sounds super good. The cover's amazing. I want to read that book. I just haven't yet. So is it like that? Maybe. I don't know. Covenant meets The Craft meets Charmed and gay and brothers. And they're not gay brothers, but the main character's gay, and there's brothers, and there's all kinds of witches in it, from all different kinds of places in the world. Who or what inspired you to write the book? Again, I don't know if anything really necessarily inspired it. I used to really be in love with Charmed, the show, which I still am. I really loved Charmed. I watched it growing up with my mom. Like, we would watch the episodes as they came out together and so like that. So like, that's a heavy inspiration for me, I think. It's Charmed. I love Charmed. What else about your book might pique the reader's interest? So there is witches and like the discovering of powers and like people like killing people. There's a lot of death in this book. I'm hoping it's gonna be dark, but like I have trouble writing anything that isn't like a cute rom-com-y. So me writing dark is kind of interesting. I don't know if it's actually gonna be as dark as I want, but I'm hoping it'll be a dark, like witchy novel. It's set in Los Angeles. There's lots of different witches from all over the world, or different parts of the world, and it's like, I don't know, I'm super excited for it. Can you tell? So that's it, that's all I got for you. That's the work in progress tag. I'm super excited for this book. I talked about it somewhere in one of my videos recently, maybe it hasn't come out yet, I don't know. That my goal, yeah, it was my goals video. I really want to be done with the second draft by the end of camp, so that way I can send it to betas the following month, and then hopefully the following month be able to send it to Rena. I don't know, that depends again on betas' reading speeds and things like that. I don't want to rush people. We'll see. But I'm super excited. Super excited for this book. I'm super excited for camp. My nose is so itchy today, I apologize. My cabinet is full of really awesome people who it's really active and people are talking. I know that's something a lot of people worry about. It's like, is my cabin gonna be active? But remember, you can reassign yourself. I'm really happy with the cabin I'm in. I'm really happy with the people. I'm really excited for all the live streams coming up. I need to go sign up for some other ones because I know there's a couple I want to join before they get full. Oh, it's gonna be an exciting time. Camp is like, I love the community that surrounds camp because I do think Camp NaNo has a very, stop playing with the tripod. I do think Camp NaNo has an atmosphere and like feeling behind it that regular Nano does not. Now, regular Nano is amazing. Don't get me wrong. I love NaNoWriMo. I love all the different, I love NaNoWriMo as like as a organization. Everything about it. There's something about camp and the energy and like being in a cabin with like people, and it's like, you don't talk. It's kind of like a private forum, and I really like that. So I'm super excited for camp. Super excited for NaNoWriMo's coming up in not that long either. Like regular in November. I have no idea what I'm working on that. How did you get your collar off, you little demon? But that's all I got for you today. So yeah, I'm super excited. If you have any recommendations for witch books, go ahead and comment below and let me know, because I super love them. I actually read The Secret Circle not that long ago. I don't know if I'd necessarily compare it to that, but that was a good book, so that's that. But again, if you have any recommendations for witch books, or any kind of like, I'll read any kind of paranormal, but like I really like witch books. So if you have any witch book recommendations, comment. Thank you for watching, everybody. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button below. If you love the video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. And until next time, which is my I have a video coming out. I have 2 more videos coming out this week. Yeah, it's gonna be a busy week. Well, one tomorrow. I have a lot more videos coming out, so make sure you hit the subscribe button. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.